Welcome to the Church Communications Podcast. I'm Katie Allred.
And I'm Jahng.
We want to help you become a better church communicator.
And this is the place we're going to talk about strategies and best practices for your church.
Let's get started.
Hey friends, this is Jahng. And I've got my, I feel like you are my comrade. Okay, Comrade Katie.
Comrade Katie and Comrade Kenny. Oh my gosh, we're starting a whole new podcast. Oh gosh. Well, how are you doing, Kenny?
I'm doing really good. It's just one of those things where I feel like we're in our groove. I'm really excited about the things that we've been coming across in the group and meeting different people across the country. And today, this is one of the things. I promised I was going to have my party hat. I don't have my party hat, but I've got my fun meter. If you're watching on video, my fun meter says that we're going to push it up to the max today.
That's amazing. I don't have a fun meter. I don't even have it. I have some socks that someone gave me one time. I don't really know. I'm in my my office. Like, I'm a professor, and like I don't really have. Oh, you know what? I do have something fun. Hold on.
Well, I'll have to get you one of these fun meters in the meantime.
Here we go. I got my Pikachu bank.
I know what you have. You got your I'll Pray About It mug.
That is true. I also have that. So these are the things I have in my office: a Pikachu bank and my I'll Pray About It mug.
I want our listeners to weigh it. Katie, can you just show us the mug that is the size of your head again? I want our listeners
we'll put it up to my head.
If you're watching this on video, to comment in the comments, thumbs up or thumbs down on Katie's mug. And then she put I don't know if you know, we made these really cool stickers, laptop stickers.
Yeah, we did.
It says, I'll pray about it.
Yeah, because that's how I feel all the time. So I'm like Kermit, you know, the memes with Kermit, who's like, I do this with my students a lot too, but like if somebody comes and asks me for something, I'll be like, I'll pray about it.
I love it. Which is why my fun meter is going all the way to the max today. It's redlining. We're going to talk about a really fun episode today. Kate, let's get down to business. We're going to talk about church retargeting or retargeting for churches.
Yeah.
And let's just get started. So,
what is it?
I don't know about you, Katie, but have you ever looked up, like, for you, a pair of socks or a gigantic mug on a company's website, and like only to find ads for those exact same things while you're visiting other sites? Right?
Yeah, of course, all the time.
It's a little bit spooky, right? Like, and people are starting to get it finally. But I think when it first started to happen in mass, people really weirded out, right? Just like right now, everyone's saying that Facebook is listening to our conversations. This is something this is benign compared to what Facebook is doing, right?
Right. And like, let's be honest. Well, Facebook has said that they're not listening to our conversation. I don't know if that's true or not, but yeah, it is pretty crazy that you can go to a website and then be targeted for ads for the rest of your life. Or if you say something like in your Facebook status, like, I'm looking for a mattress. Can everybody recommend a mattress? And then suddenly you're seeing mattress ads for like 40 years.
That stuff didn't happen on accident. It's part of common best practice advertising techniques right now, right? So and you'll hear about it in different ways. Some people call it remarketing. Some people call it retargeting. Mm-hmm. Let's just talk about retargeting. So what is retargeting, Katie?
Okay, let's just do this really basic explanation. So retargeting works like this. A visitor reaches your website and is given a tracking cookie. All right, you may have heard of cookies before. It's a tracking cookie. It's not a cookie you eat, but that sounds delicious. It's not that. They reach your website, they're given a cookie. That visitor leaves your site. They later see advertisements for your website from a retargeting campaign. The visitor remembers your sites and revisits. That's what retargeting is. So you really, in marketing, general marketing, right? So I got a sweet marketing textbook here. If you're watching this, you can see I've got my sweet marketing textbook. Basic marketing tells you that you have to have several touch points, 7 to 11 really touch points before a user makes a decision to act.
Yes.
Okay, before they decide they want to buy something, they have to see it, touch it, feel it, experience it 7 to 11 times before they will actually decide and commit to do something. So it's the same thing for your church, right? If before they visit your church, they've got to see it in a YouTube video, go to your website, they've got to hear about it from a friend. There's several things that they're going to do before they actually go and visit a church. Something that really compels them to. So I've been looking for a church now. Been visiting a lot of churches for the past year as I've moved recently. And it's so funny. I finally just visited this last church a couple weeks ago and loved it. But it took me meeting a pastor, going to their website several times, hearing about an event that was happening at the church, finding out a student also went to that church, and I was like, all right, maybe I'll visit the church finally, right? And I'm a Christian, so how much more of that does it take for someone to visit your church when they don't know anything about Jesus?
Or how much quicker would have it happened if you
Have been retargeted.
Yeah, if stuff from the church
Had
keeps
been
on
in my
popping
feed.
up
Yeah.
as you journey.
I may have went 6 months ago if I had just continually seen more information. And I like them on Facebook. I follow them on Instagram, but their feed, their information just isn't popping up in my top stuff because Facebook and Instagram are feeding me stuff from my friends unless they're paying for advertisement, which I don't think that they are. And so how can we get to them in different ways? And we can do that with retargeting.
Yeah. So basically, let's just step back,
Jump
right?
into it.
Retargeting can help your church basically by reconnecting anyone who's visited your church website. So they visit your church website. Now imagine knowing exactly who visited your church website and what they were looking for while they were on your site, right? And then on top of that, imagine being able to cater specific ads to them with a gentle reminder, slowly, once in a while, that your church is present and available for the stuff that they were looking at. If they were looking at your men's ministry, you can serve them ads about your men's stuff. If they're looking at your family and kids ministry, you can start there. If they're looking at your outreach or your missions and stuff, you can talk about that stuff. As another example, just think about the spike in traffic your church website already receives around, say, Christmas and Easter, like the big days. Mother's Day is another one, right? What would happen if you can send various reminders about the church's holiday service in ads, specifically only those visitors that have visited your site during the holiday seasons, right? They came to your site during the holiday season, checked it out.
Right.
They may not be coming back immediately. This is a way for you to continue to get in front of them. So every church, your church that you're listening here today, has the power to reconnect those people visiting your church website through these things called cookies, retargeting, remarketing, what we're talking about today.
Yeah, for sure. So
people get that, and then the question is like, I think they don't understand the next step, Katie. So if you can help talk through, like, where do these ads get shown? How? Where? You know, like how do you get people to see these ads?
Okay, so what's great is that you can choose to show your retargeting ads on either websites or on Facebook. So a retargeting ad on Facebook will show up in an individual's Facebook feed,
Right.
reminding them, or you could even do Instagram, you know, so it's not limited to that. I mean, you could do it with Twitter, honestly, you can do it with LinkedIn. There's a lot of different retargeting places, but essentially it will show up in an individual's Facebook feed, reminding them of their website experience that they went to it. So the best part of a Facebook retargeting ad is the fact that an ad will also be visible to all of a person's other online connections. So website retargeting ad will be shown on any website allowing Google Display Network ads. So this means a person will be reminded of their visit to your church site while they browse other sites across the web.
That's kind of powerful, actually.
Yeah, it's pretty wild. Your church has the power to re-engage with individuals who have visited your church website. This happens through retargeting an ad campaign. This is kind of an ad that may be the final nudge to a person to attend your church for the first time. Missional Marketing is offering a helpful PDF that explains retargeting and describes how these types of ads can be used to grow your church.
So the guys at Missional Marketing, our friends, are offering this PDF that we've pulled together, free for everybody that's listening today. So in order to download this helpful PDF, all you have to do is go to this website. Ready? It's missionalmarketing.com/retarget. That's missionalmarketing.com/retarget. Retargeting basically is very efficient. It's cost effective, right? You're not wasting your ads on other people. People already know who you are. They've been to your website. So it's a cost effective way to basically reconnect all those visitors that are already interested in your church, right? So if you've ever tried AdWords or Facebook ads, just generically, and we find a lot of people do, they start, they have some budget, they burn through the budget, they're frustrated with the results. I would strongly tell you reconsider ads, but you really should start with retargeting campaigns, because instead of just saying generically everyone in this zip code or this age group or this gender or these interests, right, generically, it basically helps you focus ads only on those people that have taken the time to visit your site, so they already know who you are. They've seen you, they've had one impression. And like Katie said, that law of 7-11, we're trying to get the number of impressions up over and over again. Here's a really cool part about the cost effectiveness of it. If you serve ads, typically in most of these ad networks, you don't pay for the ads unless they click on them. So if you're seeing those ads come up over and over again, and you don't click through until the 11th time, until the 20th time, until the 100th time, you don't pay for it until they click. That click is the one that you pay for, not all the other things, right? So people have already expressed interest by visiting your church website. They might help. They need that little help in getting to that next step, as Katie said, right? She had to see and talk to different people, etc. They need that extra help. It's just a natural thing for us. You know, our lives are busy, right? So this is going to really help get that first time visit.
So how is retargeting different than just a traditional Google ad?
For me, I think that it's strategic. Like it is laser targeted, surgical, right? Just a regular 100%. Ad just is generic. It just shows to a lot of different people. Here, you're really just focused on people who know you. I think that's the biggest thing. People you've already figured out how to get them to your site, whether you paid for ads in the first place, you put flyers out, word of mouth, email, something happened. You've already invested in getting people to your website. And now you got to figure out how to get back. I always say it's this one story, Katie. Like if you have a little shop on Main Street and you got visitors that come into your store, and say one day you get 1,000 visitors in your store, but no one bought anything, you're going to go home happy. But by the end of the month, you're going to be sad because those 1,000 visitors don't come back. But imagine if they all left their phone number and you're able to text them reminders, or you're able to send them emails, or you're able to, ping them once in a while. A good portion of those 1,000 people might not fly away, but they actually might come back eventually. That's what retargeting is.
Okay, so what too I think is something that we need to think about is, when does our website get the most traffic? So throughout the year, when website traffic is going to peak for you, okay? So it's around Christmas, it's around Easter, it's around these very specific times people are looking for our church website anyway. So let's take advantage of those times when people are searching Christmas programs near me, and let's retarget those people with ads for our church around those times.
Absolutely. And again, here's the other call out. It's free to install the Pixel, right? Katie, why don't you share about that? Because I think most people don't get it. They feel like this is all tied to paid campaigns, but it's almost like as soon as you set up a website, whether you're advertising or not, you should install the
Pixel.
Yeah.
So the first thing you need to do is set up your business account through Facebook. So if you have not set up a business account on Facebook, it's really easy to do. You can go to business.facebook.com and then just set up a new business for your church. And then you can link all your church's pages and Instagram accounts underneath this business account. And then you can set up ad accounts for different kinds of spending. So maybe your children's ministry has a different ad account. Your different churches. Maybe you have several churches in your church, maybe you're multi-site. You can set up all these ad accounts for different kind of spending. And then through those ad accounts, you create your ads. And so it seems difficult. I remember the first time I was setting up a business account, I was very confused. I was like, okay, how do I even like open this? But they've made it really easy. There's so much training. You can go to Facebook Blueprint. If you've never heard of Facebook Blueprint, there's free training on how to do all of this, how to set up your business account. And you can actually chat with Facebook and get help as well, which is phenomenal. I don't think a lot of people realize they can get one-on-one chat help with Facebook to do this kind of stuff, especially if you're going to spend money. Facebook wants to help you spend money. So yeah, there's some easy ways that you can access this. So yeah, that's kind of the steps I would take to do it.
Facebook is magical right now, right? Almost 30% of all U.S. online ads are viewed on Facebook. And so this is definitely a place where, whether or not you personally are crushing it on Facebook, it's something that's going to get you there. I would definitely look into it. Our friends at Missional Marketing have come up with some tools.
Sweet tools.
Katie, can you share what it is and how they can get it?
Okay, so you can go to missionalmarketing.com/retarget. Again, that's missionalmarketing.com/retarget. Essentially, you can get this PDF of everything we talked about today, what retargeting is, how you can do it, how you can take your next step if you're trying to figure it out for yourself. They would love to help you as well. If you're interested in some services and getting started with it yourself, I'm sure that they are more than happy to help. So yeah, that's missionalmarketing.com/retarget.
Awesome. As we close out this episode, I think there's a lot more resources also on our blog. You should check out our blog, churchcommunications.com/blog, and also in our Facebook group. The thing that Katie mentioned last episode is actually true. I recently talked to somebody who has known us through the podcast, but actually didn't realize that there are 21,000 other people just like them in a single Facebook group. Meeting every single 18,000 of them are active daily in the group, right? So
yeah, it's wild.
If you are a church communicator, we want to help you become the best church communicator you can be.
Ever.
The Facebook group is a place where you can get peer-to-peer interactions, getting your questions answered, exposed to the latest and greatest techniques and best practices, and just some camaraderie and fellowship, right, Katie?
Yeah, I think the most important thing is I don't want people to do ministry alone. And I don't think that you should have to do that alone. I don't think you should have to make these decisions about retargeting alone. And so if you're like, I have no idea what I'm doing, just start asking questions in the group. People who have done this a million times before will reach out and help you figure it out. And of course, you can leave comments and stuff on this specific one. We've actually set up learning units in the group too. So this will be in a learning unit as well. So you can go through and catch the ones that you missed. But you can comment on that and just reach out and ask us questions. We're always happy to help.
Awesome. Well, Katie, thanks for sitting down and talking about my fun meter topic of the day.
Retargeting.
It's been really good. Again, this is one of those secret, tips of the sword tools that I use in my digital agency for clients when we're running ads for them. You really should check it out and get some help if you need from the Missional Marketing guys. But retargeting is something that in 2019, 2020 and beyond, you really need to be considering putting it into your mix.
Right.
So till next time, Katie, have a good week. I'll check you out here next time. Just as we go, what are we going to talk about next week?
Retaining your SEO power when migrating to a new church website.
Ooh, that is a headache. But I guess let's simplify for people as we come back to that topic.
Okay.
Thanks for hanging out with me, Katie. I'll have a good week, and we'll check you out here next week.
All right.
On the Church Communications Podcast. Your church has the power to reconnect with individuals interested in your church online through what we call a retargeting ad campaign. Learn more about retargeting and how it can help your church by downloading a helpful PDF from our friends at Missional Marketing. You can find the free checklist today by going to the website missionalmarketing.com/retarget. That's missionalmarketing.com/retarget.